Oh man. Yo, yo, yo. What's good, folkers? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. This is Tyrus Bane. Welcome to the Definition of Anarchy. Where on shit. What is this? April 18th, 2021. I wanted to get into Trevor Noah's The Talk situation, but I mean, there's a lot of shit going on right now that is taking precedence over all that. And it's the 800,000 mass shootings that are occurring within the last few days. There have been mass shooting after mass shooting. You had you had the pig shootings too. You had the police terrorism going on top of mass shooting after mass shooting. I'm talking about, there's one in Austin. They're saying it's still active right now. What happened? You had the one in Georgia. You had the one, where was it? Where's this one that happened? Where the FedEx guy, the guy who used to work for FedEx, killed people, eight people in FedEx. You had, it's just so many of them right now. You got one in Kenosha. You got one that happened in Kenosha within the last couple days, where 3 people are dead. Like, what in the heck is going on with all these mass shootings? FedEx Indianapolis. Yeah, Indianapolis. You had that going on. You got the George Floyd trial with the with and then you got the motherfucker that died in shit. It's just too many to keep up with, man. It's too many to keep up with all these gun control measures in the Senate and in the Congress right now. I'm pretty sure Jay with open eyes can do some geometry shit and find out what's going on. Oh man, they going hard in the paint. Danny G's, they're going hard in the paint. Every time these shootings happen, it's not, when these shootings happen, it's not about, oh, the shooter is so bad. The shooter is, it's never about the shooter. You know what I'm saying? It's how just pay attention to how they word things. And you'll see, they'll say things like, the shootings killed somebody, or somebody died to gun violence, this, that, and the third. No, they didn't die from shootings. They didn't die from gun violence. They died from an individual. An individual killed these people. So the focus isn't on the individual killing the people, it's on the inanimate objects they're using to do the killing with. And so every time these shootings happen, it's always about, oh, we need more gun control now. Gun control here, gun control there. No, you're not solving the problem by trying to control the tool that people use to kill somebody. You're not solving the problem doing that. What you're doing is you're creating an atmosphere of fear around an inanimate object that is unfounded. There's this unfounded fear of a tool. It's a tool. It's a tool. You can use any tool to kill somebody. Hell, you can create a bomb out of household products. They haven't banned those products, right? No, because the tool of the firearm is an immediate tool of defense. It's immediate. You know what it's used for. The application is to shoot someone with it and to possibly kill them. That's what the tool is essentially for. So because that's the case, they want to act like it's the tool that's bad. Like, if you pick up a tool, you're automatically going to pick it up to kill somebody. That's what they want you to think. They want you to think that as soon as the tool reaches your hand, you're going to become a crazed killer. Or if there's tools out on the streets We can't let these tools be on the streets. We got to take the tools off the streets. And it's always going to be one step or another toward complete and total control of the human being. That's what this is all about. Because there are over 400 million firearms in this country, thanks to the lockdowns last year. You see, the lockdowns and all that had the opposite effect of what they wanted, right? All these liberals went out and bought firearms and rose the number of firearms from 350 million to fucking 400 million in 1 year. And y'all saw my boy come out when we did Ruckin' Live last week. He just bought a firearm for the first time last year for the same reason every other liberal did. He's a liberal. I'm slowly shaping and molding him to become more of an independent, more of a freedom-minded person. And every time I talk to him, he reaches closer and closer toward that goal. But you saw what he said. If you watched that live stream, he didn't know that you had to wait 10 days. He didn't know you'd had to wait 10 days, but he was one of those people that voted for the motherfuckers that put the gun control there in the first place, that made that law that you had to wait for 10 days in California. You see what I'm saying? These people, you just have to turn their ignorance around, right? What does mainstream media and government want? They want you to be ignorant. They don't want you to know the truth. They want you to believe everything they tell you, right? They want you to believe everything they tell you, because if they do that, they know they have the platforms, they know they have the reach, they know they control the airwaves, they control the media, right? That's why they hate people like me so much. That's why they hate people that come up and speak speak truth to power and give you an alternative view of what's really going on. They hate that. That's why there's all this censorship. That's why. Why do you think it's crazy? I believe that some guy tweeted about somebody and somebody that did some shit, and they got their channel suspended. I think it was I forgot who it was. I don't remember, but you get what I'm saying. If it goes against their narrative, they'll shut you down, right? They'll shut you down. And right now the narrative is, gun violence is running rampant around the country right at this very moment, and Republicans aren't doing anything, and this, that, and the third. It's this game they're playing. It's time for Republicans to get off their ass and implement gun control, and then they want you to call your Republican senators and beg them to take your guns away. That's what they want. But at the end of the day, what's really going on is they want you to accept the gun control. Because if you accept the gun control and they see you speaking that loud and clear, because, they tell you, 90% of people want this form of gun control, want that form of gun control. If that were really the case, then they would have it. It would be done, right? It would be done. They wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have such a hard time getting it passed in the Senate. But they're trying to get 90% of the people to agree with more gun control so that they can go ahead and turn that switch. That's all they're waiting on you to submit. They're waiting on you to comply and to be like, yes, please give us more gun control. The more people that do that, the more people say it, the easier it'll be for them to give the illusion that it passed in the Senate. No. They just want you to accept it first. It's already ready to go. It's already ready to go. They just want the atmosphere. They want that, because now they have to reverse the screw up they did last year when all these people bought firearms. They need to reverse thinking of the people that went out and bought those firearms. They have to reverse that thinking. So they're going to exploit every shooting they can. Every shooting that they can, they will exploit it. Whether the shooting is real or not, whether it's staged, whether it's a red flag, that's irrelevant. Or not a red flag, a false flag. That's all irrelevant. They're going to exploit every shooting. Every shooting. Don't be surprised if they start reporting on, shootings in Chicago and LA and the inner cities more. Wait, which Which way is the camera? I feel like I'm looking at the. Okay, so they don't be surprised if they start reporting shootings in the inner city between gang members a lot more, and then start calling for gun control for that. They're going to go through every length because they haven't been touching that. You know, they haven't been touching that, right? But if firearms were really the problem, then there would not. If we have 400 million firearms in this country, owned by private owners, there's many more out in the streets. There's many more firearms out in the streets in the black market. And they tell you all the time that weapons cross from Mexico into the United States. As a matter of fact, I think a couple weeks ago, they caught a huge freaking smuggle operation where there was firearms, mad firearms, drugs, sex workers, all this shit. What? Let me see what y'all talking about real quick. Yeah, Jay with open eyes, I agree. We do need to go live. Like I said, I just got to find time to be at the house and get all my shit set up. Yesterday at Walmart by my house, a shoplifter was being arrested and pulled a gun on a cop. So another good Samaritan stopper shot at the guy. He saved the cop's life. Bet you won't hear it. Oh man, Dark Nebula. Please email me that story, because I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to send this shit to all these other so-called alternative news platforms and see if they talk about it, because that shit needs to be talked about. What's up, No Nonsense Stucky? Jay with open eyes. Dark Nebula's in the house. Nicolette Moore, how you doing? They just said it's an active shooter in Austin. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, I just saw about it. That's what prompted me to do this live and change my focus of the live from, Trevor Noah's bullshit to this. What's up, Lawrence Ritno? Infidel Boink almost poked me in the eye. You funny. Shoot, Shouting at Clouds was good. Marcy T was good. So yeah, man, I mean, they're really, every shooting, they're going to exploit it until they get what they want. And what they want is for the people to accept and to willingly give up their rights to keep and bear arms. That's what they're waiting on. They're not waiting on the senators. Just so y'all know, they're not waiting on the senators to say, okay, we'll agree with gun control. No, they have to do it at the right moment. They have to wait. It has to be like a 9/11 moment, right? What happened in 9/11? The 9/11 moment that got us to give up so many rights with the Patriot Act, right? That also got us to give up so many rights with the National Health Emergency Powers Act, right? National State Health Emergency Powers Act. You know what I'm talking about? The one that gives the state's governors the ability to, take away our rights because there's a so-called pandemic going on. You know what I mean? So they just need something like that. They need something 9/11 level to get us to give up our rights. But these mass shootings, it would have to be like, I'm not even gonna put that out there. Nope, I'm not even gonna do it. The situation I'm talking about that could probably turn the tide in their favor, the scenario that could turn the tide in their favor, I'm not gonna even talk about it on here. I'm not even gonna express it out loud and manifest that bullshit. Fuck that. I'm not giving them away. It's never gonna happen. Because people can see through their bullshit. People can see that they're trying to exploit these shootings. It's fucking evil, right? You have an active shooter. The active shooter is the problem, not the active not the firearm that the fucking guy is using. The active shooter is the problem. And if anything, I looked into the Indianapolis shooter a little bit. Red flag laws did not work in that case. I'll just say that. These red flag laws that they want to push, it did not work. It will never work. Because guess what? You can do a red flag law. You can do a red flag and have the cops go get somebody's guns. But if they really, 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 really wanted to use a firearm to kill some people, they'll just go out into the black market. Okay, the cops came and took my shit. Okay. through an ex parte hearing. Okay, I'm going to go to the black market, get some shit, and use that. Because there's plenty of that shit in the black market. Trust me. Trust me. But see, then they don't want to stop. Let me tell y'all something. They don't want to stop active shooters. They don't want to do that. They don't want to stop active shooters. Yes, I said that. They don't want to stop active shooters. What they want is for you to be more vulnerable to active shooters so that you're more dependent on the government. The more dependent you are on the government, the more they can control you. That's why they want to give you universal basic income. It's going to happen. They're going to test it out with this child tax credit they're going to start giving out in July. Okay? By the way, use that money wisely, y'all. When you get it, if you got children, use that money wisely. I know I am. I'm going to use it wisely. I'm not going to tell y'all what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to use it wisely. So they want you to get, that's the test. Okay, let's give these people universal basic income for 6 months and see how it goes. See if they spend their money. That's what they want. They want you to spend all your money. When you get it, they want you to spend it right away. Put it back in the market. All these things are for a purpose. They don't want to stop mass shooters. They want the mass shootings to continue. They love it. They love it, right? CNN talked about that, right? The guy on CNN, if you believe Veritas, fear sells. That's what they want. They want to sell that fear. And the more fear the government can inject into the people, the more control they have, the more that they're willing to give up. Nothing wrong with fear, y'all. Fear is a natural instinct. It's how you act on that fear. Do you want to act on that fear by giving up everything, giving up all your protection to the government, putting it all in their hands, trusting that they won't somehow turn against you and just you're going to make yourself more vulnerable to the government. You want to give up those rights. That's what happened in Nazi Germany. And that's what Gina Carano was talking about, that people were so pissed about. When she said that's how it started in Nazi Germany. Before they started putting people in the camps, they got your neighbor to turn on you. They got the neighbors of the Jews to turn on the Jews, which made it easier for them to come snatch them up. That's the same thing they're doing right now with the active shooter situation. Anybody that's not willing to give up their rights to keep and bear arms is going to be the enemy to the people that buy into the fear. So just educate, man. We got to start educating these people. We got to start educating everybody and be like, look, these mass shooters, they were going to do what they want to do anyway. No gun control was going to stop them. Nicolette Moore said, dang, I want a tax credit. I mean, it is your money. Shania Cloud says, give up your human right to own a gun and soon follows your right to own a spoon, and you will end up eating with your fingers like an animal. Exactly. It's a slippery slope. And we're not talking about the fallacy. We're talking about literally it's going to be a slip, not literally, but it's going to be a